Well, Jet is a fucking idiot. Yep, you heard it here first, folks. Jet's an idiot. And I'll explain that a little later in the video. But I know it's been about 3 weeks or so since I've made a post. So there's a lot to talk about. So let's get it started. So, about 3 weeks ago, the boys and I went to the gardens. It was Jet, Josh, Al, and then obviously me. I didn't really want to go, but, you know, fuck it, I had $40. And I started off the night with queens, and you'll hear me talk about it. So anyways, this other hand that I had right before I went to go talk to Jet and stuff, you'll see that in a bit. I ended up having Queen Jack. I don't know what it was just Queen Jack. And there was 2 other people in the hand, and the flop's like deuce, 10, Jack. So I have top pair, and I think I go all in if I'm not mistaken. Then the turn's like 8, 9, and I have Queen Jack, and I go, alright, Queen Jack. And the guy next to me, he turns over King Jack, and I think, oh fuck, I lost. Like I just thought I was out kicked. And then the guy on the other side turns over deuces. So now I'm literally like, oh fuck, I for sure lost because this dude flopped a set. And I fold. I just throw the cards in the middle, and I'm like, fuck. And I'm sitting there looking at the board going, 8, 9, 10, wait, I had a queen. And I told the dealer, like, the dealer, I had a queen. And by chance, she picks up the 2 cards from the muck that are mine. And she goes, straight. And I go, let's go. And this guy is just straight up, like, cussing at the dealer. He's like, wait, what? What the fuck? Like, because the dealer had already handed him the chips. And he's like, you already handed me the chips. How's that my fault? Blah, blah, blah. And she's just taking the heat for it. And I'm like, there quietly, like, because I'm the one that definitely fucked up and should have known what I had. I just, I realized it a little too late. And she was kind enough to pull the cards and was kind enough to still give me the hand and not say anything like, oh, you mugged. Blah, 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 blah. So, worked out in my favor. I definitely screwed over that guy. It is what it is. And I'm just happy I won that hand because I was all in. I was like, I only had $40. I forgot how much money again it was. It was 3 weeks ago, so hopefully you guys can cut me some slack. But yeah, it was bad. I definitely got that guy pretty bad. Alright, so just stop talking. I just love you right now.
Yeah, I got you. Because I'm down bad.
Alright.
What's that thing on your screen?
It's because when I play, that shows, and I'm convinced that people are looking at my camera and just looking at my hands. And so when I first came by, it was giving me anxiety. I was like, they know what I have. And I just realized the tape's kind of shit, but alright. But anyways, do you have kings?
Hide your hand better. I got kings. I switched to the seat next to Josh because I want to be next to Josh, but also the guy had kings and he just busted.
I hate my life.
I'd return that stand if I were you.
It's a gorilla grip. It's not meant to, like, you sure?
You sure it's a gorilla grip?
It's like gorilla pussy. Gorilla grip.
So I switched to Josh. I switched to that seat. I go, I want this seat. And Josh is like, kings just got cracked. You sure you want this seat? I'm like, dude, goddamn kings. Of course I want this seat. So I went there. About 6 hands later, I get the kings. I'm like, oh, Josh, I got him. And I make it like $8. Dude on the small blind makes it like 15. I go, this is it. That shit. And he hesitated for a second. I'm like, okay, I'm not against fucking aces. And then he gets all like pissed and starts slamming his hand. He's like, and then folds. And I show him kings, and he's like, this motherfucker. If only he snapped me off with queens.
Oh, he had queens?
He didn't show queens.
Oh,
I'm thinking he probably had either tens, jacks. I think he snaps me with queens, or he had like ace queen. He snaps with ace king, right? Yeah. He got it. Unless he's playing really good and he's just that good. With the
my second hand at the new table, I get dealt queens. I'm like, I gotta fucking record. I'm all excited. Like, I'm up a lot of money. Get dealt queens. Guy like cut off picks at 16. I go, all right, I'm all in, because he didn't have much. He had like 30 bucks maybe, and I had 60 at the time. So I was like, all right, let's get it in now. And I have queens, and the board runs out to be like 6, 6, 7, 9, 5, all low cards. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, I got this shit in the bag. Turn over queens, he goes, no good. Turns over aces, and I'm like, oh, for sure. Every time he has a good hand, he makes it like 15, 16 bucks. He had aces in one big. The other one, he had ace queen, like turned trip queens when I flopped the flush when I wasn't in it. So
it's pretty polarizing.
So I just know not to get in a hand with him.
I'm bad because when I do have my premiums, I think I make it too big. Like I always make it like $8 or $10 because if somebody's gonna call, I want their money. But I feel like they catch on too easy, as in like when I raise that big, that means I have it.
So that's where I'm at right now. I do kind of want to grilled cheese with soup. You're not about it.
I'm trying to get back on the table, see if my 40 would double.
Just trying to waste time till Al gets here.
Yeah, that's the whole point with the 40. I was hoping we could all just chill and like see if we can make money last.
I am not having fun whatsoever. I'm straight up sweating there for my life, dude.
Yeah, I think you should be playing poker.
No, it's more the fact that I only have $40. If I had more money in my wallet, I mean, what, granted, I can go to the ATM and pull out more money.
I got cash too. I got my bank. Do you want to waive ATM?
Yeah, they charge me $4 plus. You said you only had like 300.
I do.
Oh, that's not enough. It's not enough if I wanted to play at the.
Bought it for 80.
No, that's not enough if I wanted to go play at the.
Oh, 2-3. Oh,
which is why I'm like.
I thought we were sitting on 40, so I got here and then I was going to join us. But I thought we only were going to pay 2-3 if we ran up the 40 to.
No, I know, but I'm also playing not to lose my money. I mean, sure, I'm having a good time, but I'd rather be with you guys than joking and shit.
Josh was like down to $25, and he's like, I'm just shoving it. I'm going to shove pre-flop. It's ace queen, king jack, and limps every time, and doesn't shove.
Does he show you, or
he shows me, and then he has to muck on flop because somebody bets into him and he's missed. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, you thought you were shoving pre-flop. He's like, I lose. I'm like, you're being results oriented here, brother. You got to just ship it.
Yeah, I'm playing for my life right now. I was down to like $20. I was like, fuck. That's when I shoved with queen jack and river to straight.
Playing for his life at the morning.
That's all I had. All the money out of my wallet. I don't want to like pull out money. I'm already down bad, dude. I need to win. I could just cash out right now. I don't care. I'll cash out right now. Oh, you're watching my snaps? This is the story of how Jet and I missed out on $22,000. You heard that right. $22,000. So I believe I'm small blind, and I pick up a 6 of hearts, and I think someone made it like $6 and a $6 all around, and Jet on the button makes it. He goes all in for like $50 because he goes dead money, because there was like 6 people calling, so that's $36, and he had 50. So he's like, I'm just gonna get it all in. He shoved all in, and me being his friend and everything, I was like, I don't want to take his money. I don't want him to take my money. Like, we're here to play together, not against each other. And blah blah blah. So I fold my hand, and I think he gets like 1 or 2 callers, and the board goes ace, ace, ace. So I would have flopped quads, and Jet would have had aces full of kings, and then it comes out like deuce 4, and my kicker would have played, meaning it was quads 6 high against aces full of kings, and the bad beat for the jackpot was aces full of 10s. So people were hoping for someone in the table to have a pair of 10s or something like that. because it's $22,000, but it's split up against the person who had the bad beat, and then the person who won the hand, and then the rest goes to the table. A week or so later, our buddy Mark, basically identical hand. He had flopped quads with the ace king, and the guy shoved all in or something like that with tens. So it was a $22,000 jackpot. What Mark saw, even though he won the hand, was $4,000, and I think everyone else got like $1,000 just for being part of the table. So Jet, by shoving all in, cost him and I roughly $5,000 each, give or take. Woof. I mean, it would have been good money. I mean, you guys have seen my stats. $4,000 could have definitely gone a long way. Now, I'm telling you, this night had crazy stories because we have another one. This is one where I got screwed out of $140. I've never felt more robbed in my life. So we're looking at King Jack suited, or not suited, offsuit. And again, that table was aggressive. I don't really remember the full story because I'm just so traumatized of how it affected me that I couldn't remember or care about anything else. So at one point, I don't know, I must have been on the blind or something. I just shoved all in for $20 because it's all I had, and I'm like, whatever, let's just go all in. Or, yeah, I went all in for $20. I have 7 fucking callers. Keep in mind the blinds are 1-2, so I'm 10xing it, and there are still people calling me. Like, they were not giving me respect for anything. Anyways, my buddy Josh is in the hand with me, and obviously I know what he has now because we talked it over, but he had Jack 8, right? And then this other guy, he had Ace 4, and he didn't show his cards at the end of the hand, so I don't know exactly what we had, but I think we overheard him saying he had like Ace X, blah 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 blah. So, and there's some other dude in the hand, but he matters, but he doesn't matter, and I'll explain in a sec. So the board comes out 8-9-9, and I shoved. I'm out here thinking, fuck, I fucking missed, right? Blah blah blah. I think Josh bets, and the guy with Ace 4 calls. And the turn. Oh, before I get to that, so the guy that didn't matter, or whatever it is, Josh bets, the Ace 4 guy calls, and the dealer accidentally burns and turns the jack, because it became a jack on the turn. So he burns and turns, and the guy with Ace 4 goes, wait, the guy didn't call, like blah 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 blah. And as soon as the guy looks up with deuce 6 or whatever, he immediately folded because he wasn't gonna call. He just happened to be on his phone or whatever. He was just distracted. He didn't mean to interrupt the gameplay or this or that, so he folded. I'm out here thinking, okay, cool, like whatever. Like I have a jack and I'm ahead. I'm beating Josh right now because I have a higher 2-pair. Then the guy calls floor. The floor man comes and they have to do this thing where they get rid of the jack. So they put the jack back out. They put it in the deck again, and they shuffle it up, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm out here throwing a tantrum. I'm like, what? Like, I'm all in. I finally hit a pair. I'm talking to the dealer because he's right next to me. I was like, how do I get screwed over? Like, how does this happen? Dealer goes, I'm sorry, man. I should have looked, and blah, 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 blah. And then, so the rest of the cards end up coming out, and it's like Queen Deuce. And Josh takes it down with Jack 8 because I didn't hit a king or a jack, and Josh and I think that the reason why the Ace 4 guy called out the floor and everything was because he was looking for a high card and just missed. So I got screwed over of over $140 pot because the guy was on his phone and wasn't paying attention, the dealer got distracted, and then no disrespect to the dealer, I was also distracted because obviously I wasn't paying attention. I should have said something, but I wasn't paying attention. I didn't think it was a big deal. The guy folded immediately after Josh made a bet. Like, he wasn't trying to call or screw me over or whatever. But yeah, and that's what happened, and it sucks, and that's how I busted. But later on that night, I ended up rebuying and blah blah blah, and as usual, I lost. But at the end of the night, Josh was kind enough to give me some money. He was like, "Here, man, I feel bad. Here's like 60, 80 bucks. Like, I feel bad. Like, you had won that hand. It wasn't your fault." So shout out to Josh. I have a video coming out with him soon. I just have to edit it, so you'll see it soon. So in recap, I lost with queens in the first hand. I screwed some guy over with queen jack. When I realized I had a straight on the turn. Jet's an idiot for shoving all in for 50 bucks, or else I would have called him and we would have made about 4 or 5 grand. And I got screwed over because some guy just wasn't happy with the turn and wanted to see another free card. So it's been poker. Some news to catch you guys up with something is I'm officially taking a break from gambling. I just need to edit these videos. I'll try to come up with something to do or blah blah blah, but it is like June 15th, June 13th, I don't know. I decided to retire, take a break. I'm going to Illinois with my girlfriend in July. I have my car registration due. I have bills and blah 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 blah. So I thought I'd maybe save up the money real quick and bounce back. Think about what I want to do in gambling, to figure out how to get better, maybe study up a bit, maybe focus on school a little bit. But I know this video was all over the place. It's random. It's just a bunch of coolers and crazy things that I wanted to point out to everyone. So yeah. So I know you guys made it this far in the video, but if you're new and you're not from here or whatever, make sure to like and subscribe. It'd be really great. I know my friends are watching. I know some strangers are watching. So just leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.